Hi everyone and welcome to Almost Cancelled. I'm Peter and this is Connor.
Hey guys.
We're going to talk about the night of episode 3. It's called A Dark Crate. Full spoilers as always, and we'll get right into this. Now I think this is probably the least exciting one to talk about out of the 3 so far, because it doesn't really do anything with the case itself or investigate any of it or like give us new pieces to divulge over.
It's a lot of just character piece work stuff, really, isn't it?
Yeah, it was character piece work. It was sort of the politics of attorneys stealing clients, and then Naz
Prison
in the prison.
politics.
Yeah, prison
Yeah.
politics. Yeah. So that was our two main things in this episode. So I don't think there's anything to really have new theories over or like
I think the
speculate
only
or.
one that will make a real impact in the near future is the stuff with the cab.
Hmm.
Because obviously the other two are not happy that they can't get it, and the cop suggested that they could file a lawsuit, say for Grand Theft Auto and add the charge to that. But then he gave him the card of what's his name, didn't they?
Yeah, Stone. And
Yeah.
oh yeah, I'm sure that'll play into it. But even that, it's not as interesting in the sense that it's not adding to the crime and us getting clues as to what actually happened. You know.
No.
Because that's definitely the most exciting part of the show that people want to talk about, and
Yeah, it's
I
true.
feel like this episode didn't give us anything on that front. So in that sense, it's I don't want to quite say disappointing, but it's definitely the least of the 3 so far in terms of giving juicy details to stew over. And I would say it's the weakest episode overall, not just because of that, but because some of the things it does focus on, I think it goes maybe a bit too far on.
Such
Uh,
as
Right, now I'm okay with the feet thing, right? But this episode does go a little bit too far with it. The moment that kind of broke the straw for me was when he was longingly looking at a normal pair of shoes through a shop window with sad music playing.
look, clearly this is integral to the case. Maybe
Like,
he contaminated the crime scene.
I don't think that's what they're getting at.
They're not, but I'm just saying.
Especially since all the forensics were all done before he even went near it.
I'm aware of this, but I'm just saying there's clearly something going on with these feet.
I think the feet thing is it's a character thing and it's thematically all I think the feet thing is, and I've seen this done in other things, and I can't think of an example, but you're just gonna have to trust me. It's been a thing before. Is it's almost like a this is a medical thing, but sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's just like a weird tick or something like that. But it's something he can't get a hold of. It's something that he should have been able to fix by now if he just listened to
Yeah,
Doctor. But his life is a bit of a weird shambles because of just the type of person he is. You know, he doesn't play quite by the same rules that other people do, and he does things in his own weird way. And because of that, he's stuck with his feet because he keeps not listening to people. And I think that's just sort of like a part of his character, and it's the same way why he's looked at as a lawyer and why he's kind of struggling with the
yeah,
case. And I feel like there'll be a moment in a couple of episodes' time where it'll clear up because he starts to get his life in order, and it'll just be a symbol of right, he's getting things right now. Like that'll that's
probably.
that's pretty much all I can expect from the feet thing, and that's okay. I have no problem with that concept or that idea or that device. I just think there was maybe a bit too much time spent on it this episode.
You mean like the support group?
Yeah, I did not realize there was a support group in the entire planet for this.
Yeah, because
Uh,
it's just eczema, right?
Yeah, it's just well, that's what I thought it was. And okay, the guy who's got it all over his face, I can get him maybe needing the support group because that's really like self-conscious
Yeah,
territory. But the guy who had to wear the gloves, like that just seemed a little bit goofy to me. Like,
but it's like, yeah, sure, you just wear gloves. It's not that hard. You don't look that out of place. Go work on a construction site or something where they all wear gloves.
yeah, sure. Um, I don't know. Like, I'm sure maybe there is support groups for this thing, but it was the way they all got together and talked about just trying to, especially
The guy who started dating again.
especially Stone's character, who it's on your feet. Like your feet is literally the best place if you're going to have it, probably. In
Nah,
term,
your legs.
well,
You
whatever.
cover
But
it
the
up.
the point is that it's not like hands. Okay, you're constantly having to shake hands with people and touch people, and you know
Mm.
they're out in the world. Your face obviously is in front of everyone to see. Um, but legs and feet fairly well hidden. He wears sandals, yes, but he could not do that if he really cared.
That's my question here, actually. So the whole point he was wearing sandals was to aerate them, right?
Yes.
That's what he said a couple of episodes ago. But now he's wrapping them in cling film.
Yeah, so theoretically, if he's been told to do that, he can just put them in a shoe.
That's what I thought. This is why I don't. But he continues with the sandals and puts them on the cling film on show as well, and that's what I don't get. Why not just put it in a shoe? Because they're not getting any air anyway. They're literally wrapped up.
Yeah. By the way, I think I always had an inkling, but I think this episode was the first time that I'd ever been confirmed that Americans call cling film saran wrap.
Yeah, me
It's
too.
not. It's not something that comes up often in conversation.
No, it's not. Because when he said it, I didn't know what he was on about, and then I saw it. I was like, oh, okay, just cling film.
Yeah. Because even though I've spoken to many American, it's not something that comes up in conversation.
Yeah, I've never said to an American cling film. I've never needed to. So
Yeah.
they've never been confused as to what that was.
Yeah, it doesn't come up, but yeah, fair play. I learned something this episode. So yeah, we had the whole feet thing, and we have this new woman lawyer. I think her name is Alison. I want to say.
Alison Crow.
There you go. And she kind of swoops in and takes the case away from him, using some dirty tactics by finding the one employee in her firm who is of a similar race and can speak the language.
Yeah.
Which
And
is summed up when she pulls her aside from her desk and asks her where she's from and all that, and she basically just goes, "Yeah, close enough."
Yeah.
You know, again,
it'll do.
it's playing into that whole race politics that we've been getting since the show started, and how everyone treats race and how different races treat each other, and
We
it's
got that in the
perceived.
prison as well with the fake Muslims just for the food.
Yeah, yeah, and because he's a real Muslim, they'll hate him apparently. According
Yeah.
to our new character of Freddy, I believe his name was. Although I'm just going to keep calling him Omar probably because that's what all I know him as. Yeah, I was on the wire for you, Connor, because you're not cultured. I'm seeing.
It's all right. I know who he is.
Okay, Michael K. Williams. Because I was actually waiting for him because he's been in the credits since episode 1, and I was waiting for him to pop up. So it was nice to finally see him. But he's kind of this big shot prisoner in here, who can offer protection, has a sexual relationship with one of the female guards, and so on. He's the prisoner who has a phone when they're not meant to have phones and things like that. He's one of those.
Gets veal.
He gets
Because why the
veal.
shit not? Don't know how he's going to cook that, but
That's a very good point. Like, it's not like he's got an oven or
I feel like he requested it just to make that point, not to actually eat the veal.
here, Naz. You're a bit of veal. You like
Yeah.
this veal. Yeah.
That's an expensive point because veal's not cheap.
I'm sure the guard takes that away again to go and cook it for him. Like,
Probably.
jeez. Because as the poster in the visiting area pointed out, you can't give anything to a prisoner that could be turned into a weapon. And I'm pretty sure things like frying pans and grills could be turned into weapons.
Yeah, but then again, he also has a phone, so
It does, but at least a phone's not a weapon.
no. But I feel like he can get away with a bit more. Maybe, I mean, you got to have like a knife to eat your veal with. Knife and fork, surely. That
Sure.
would just be an animal if you're gonna just pick it up as a chunk.
He's a
I'm not sure
prisoner.
you could anyway. It's veal. It would probably just fall apart.
He is a prisoner, though. I mean,
Yeah, but he clearly has power.
sure. We've been talking.
Maybe
about
we'll
this.
get more on this next episode.
We've been talking about this for too long. I hope they don't bring anything up about this ever again. So first of all, Stone will return to that the pound. Is it the pound? Would you call it the pound?
Eh,
Shelter,
yeah,
animal shelter.
Yeah.
He will return there to save that cat before that 10 days is up. I will stake money on it.
Yeah.
And if not, I will riot.
It's just another one of these metaphors, isn't it?
Yeah.
There's so many metaphors for
Yeah,
that.
'cause
Veal, the cat.
Yeah, the cat's like Naz. He's in a prison, and it's up to Stone to get him out.
Yeah, he's got like so long before he's just dead, basically.
Yeah. And all this is fine, and the direction is great again. Like there's no beats missed. with direction.
That's the thing. All this sounds kind of simplistic when you say it, but because it's directed so well, it's still engrossing to watch.
Yeah, it's not. It was still enjoyable to watch. It was. I was still into it the entire time. So, as much as I'm saying it's the weakest episode, and as much as I'm saying it didn't offer as much as the last two, it's not like a shunning criticism.
It's still a cut above most TV.
So the other stuff we've not talked about. So Naz and some of the other new prisoners only have like, little beds in the middle of the main area of the prison. They don't have actual cells.
Hmm.
I thought that was interesting. I wonder if that's based on like research, like if it's overcrowding, like they actually do that or things like that.
Maybe they do. I don't know. I'd never heard of it before, but
Yeah, I'd never seen it before. See when they sat down at the bed, I thought, oh, is this like a temp thing for like until they put me in a cell and then.
it looks like a like boot camp for army
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah, it does. So the episode ends with other prisoners burning his bed, letting him know full and well that he's in danger. Freddy's offered him protection, which I'm assuming he's going to take now since the threat has become clear.
Yeah.
Uh, which I thought was interesting. I thought like the whole thing where like when the rest of the prisoners find out what he's been accused of, like they have this like almost moral code, like this prison politics we were speaking of, where like, oh, if you're in a gang and you shot another gang member, we don't give a shit. Like that's just normal. That's the way of life in here.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. Freddy says it's like, well,
yeah,
if you can kill 5 dudes over some drugs, and that's fine. But you kill a woman and you rape her, that's it.
yeah. Which, yeah. I mean, oh, obviously, you should be innocent until proven guilty, but this is prison, so everyone, of course, just jumps to conclusions. Um, so we'll see how that plays out. Admittedly, I do kind of, as much as like so much of the show so far has been like Nas and what he's experiencing and feeling what he's feeling, and it does a little bit of that in this episode as well. You know, when he's been interviewed at the start by the woman who's asking him all the questions, and at the end when he goes to go to the bathroom before his bed's set on fire, and like, that is quite tense as he's like standing there, because you feel like, and in the shower as well, it's quite
Yeah,
tense.
the show's done this so well that I expected. You know when Freddy tells him to close his eyes, I expected the screen to go black when his eyes shut, like because you're so in his mindset.
So that stuff was all good, but at the same time, I am kind of hoping that next episode we do
Move things along a
focus.
bit.
Yeah, we move things along a bit because we've been very methodical and almost not real time, but like very
Yeah,
decompressed at the start of this whole experience. And I hope next episode does move on a little bit and we do get to see more of the elements of the night in the case examined and we get more of that side of things.
I tell you what I did. I liked his cellmate sort of thing. You know, the guy next to him. I thought he was quite interesting.
Yeah, that was interesting because I'm like, don't trust anyone. Then he immediately asked him the question, and he went to answer. He's like, "What the fuck did I just tell you?" So it's interesting. I'm like, I don't know, is he actually being nice? And then I'm thinking, like, Freddie Michael K. Williams, is he playing?
You're looking at everyone going, "What's
Yeah.
your angle?"
Yeah,
It was the same with the lawyer woman. You know, when she offers it for free. You go, what's your angle here?
yeah. Like, why we should be doing this for free? I don't get it. It's weird.
Yeah, I can't quite figure it out. But the prison guy was interesting because obviously when he was going up to Freddy, he was watching and like he was really interested in all of it. The only other thing of real interest for me in the episode was who was taking the pictures of was Naz's dad.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. That was really weird and out of nowhere almost.
Yeah, like where's that gonna play in?
That's a good question. I really don't know.
No, I'm not sure, but I was like, this is clearly important.
Yeah, like obviously someone's keeping an eye on his family for some reason. Whether it's the real killer, maybe.
That or
Or
it's someone trying to find terrorist links, perhaps,
yeah,
because we got that on the news stuff.
yeah, that was like the press conference thing. They like one of the reporters asked that question: does he have any links to any organisations? Um, which again, very authentic. That people would ask that, because
Yeah.
it's a Muslim involved in a crime, even though the crime is clearly not a terrorist act in any way, shape, or form. Even if he was completely guilty, even if we knew he did it, it's
That press conference was interesting to me though, because they ask has he ever committed any violent things before? And they go, we're looking into it. And it's like,
They know
you've
he's
already
not.
looked into this. You know he hasn't. They've made a point of saying this multiple times.
Yeah, I didn't really take that as a specific motive in their part. I just took that as like they're always going to withhold from the press. They don't want to give them everything. They want a general perception out in the media, and they can
Perhaps, yeah.
and they can because I don't think they're legally obligated to tell them everything they know. At least not until after the trials are all done and
Yeah, I don't think so. But I just thought it was interesting that they, for such a question that paints him in such a different light, because it's like, has he ever done anything before? No, he's never had any arrest for anything. Versus, oh, we're looking into it. It's like,
actually.
oh, maybe.
Do you know what my favourite scene of the whole episode might have been actually? Is the scene with the detective talking to the two cops who arrested them on the night.
Mm,
I really like that one because that was like the cop like wanting to keep the him thrown up at the crime scene like out of the report, and I really like the detective's reason for not taking it out
yeah, it was good.
because he's obviously he thinks Naz is guilty, and to a jury, like painting the police who arrested him in a more human light because this shows you reacting to the crime. This is how bad the crime was. That this police officer threw up at the crime scene. That's bad for Naz. It shows the brutality of the crime.
Yeah. But it's also another reason why I think that the press conference is interesting because it's that detective. He was stood there at the conference, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah.
I think he's the one like manipulating the public perception because it's he wants them to see him as possibly guilty.
Yeah, because he's a subtle beast. We
Yeah,
established that last
but
week.
it's I think it was like that's like the most interesting one for me because it's like because obviously the trial is going to go to a public jury.
Mm.
So by saying just as simple as he might not have been innocent, like in a very subtle way, influences that many people.
No, you're right. I also like you said earlier, Alison Crow's motivations for offering free.
Mm,
And I have no doubt Stone's going to end up back on the case somehow, somewhere. I don't see him giving up, and I think he cares. I think that's the whole thing with the cat, is that he cares. That was the whole point of that metaphor. Is that even though at that point he's off the case, he knows it's been stolen from him. Like he knows that Naz is a goner, and
yeah,
he cares. And you could argue, like, you could say that's partly why he kept lowering his price. You could also say that's just because he's desperate, and we know he's kind of desperate. But you know, all that plays into it. So there's good character stuff in this episode. A few things go a bit too far, a bit on the nose. But it was always engrossing. So still
yeah.
solid. Although it wouldn't surprise me though if by the time we get to the end of the 8 episodes, if I look back and say this one was the weakest.
Nah, wouldn't be that surprising either. Yeah.
So, no,
But if this is as weak as it gets, then
yeah, we're in pretty good hands. Yeah.
yeah,
So that is the night of part 3. Let us know what you thought in the comments below. We do like to hear the thoughts and the theories. Even if there isn't a whole lot of new ones you could probably have this week. Who's taking the photographs, right? Give us your guesses. Like and subscribe and all that stuff. It helps us out a lot. Thanks for watching, guys. We will see you next time.